So I'm trying really, really hard to finish my ranunculus. I should have had this done a while ago, but I dug up way more last summer than, I don't know, it just felt like a lot. So I was doing a little bit every week, and all of a sudden it's like April, and this is too late usually for this. But we'll just see what happens. I don't need perfect stems. I just want some for market. And these are the kind that are smaller blooms anyways, but I'm allowed to dig them up and reuse them. So some of the clumps get pretty big, and if I don't break them up, I get more of them rotting while they're starting to put out their roots or attempting to put out their roots. So my strategy when I use my saved corms is that I soak them in the bubbler, aerate them for a couple hours, and then I usually just leave them in their bags for a few days just till I feel like they're kind of dried out a bit. And then I just throw in the soil. So I either do this in a tray and I do them in buckets, depends what mood I'm in. And that's it. So some of the trays I did a few weeks ago are starting to show their roots, which is awesome because the very first batch I did of all my brand new ones, my soil must have been slightly too damp. This one of the reasons I don't like ranunculus and anemones, because I don't know, I am very successful at making them rot. So this pail of anemone, which is a new kind I was trying, it's just almost all rotten. I did see one or two showing roots, but yeah, some people make this seem so easy, but I am not a good ranunculus sprouter. But some of them are doing great. They really need to get potted up, but I'm just gonna go straight into the field. And I would do that today if it wasn't so wet out there, and it's actually not that warm. I think at the end of the week it's warming up, and I probably should have done this on Monday, but it was gorgeous, and I did some compost on my peonies, but I wasn't even thinking that I should have put these into the ground. So hopefully at the end of the week we can plant whatever's alive in these pails and whatever trays are already sprouting, and then whatever's not sprouting, I'm just gonna patiently wait, and as soon as they start, I'll get them planted. So we enjoyed an amazing weather day yesterday. I think it was over 20 degrees, and it was so nice to be working outside at night again. That really is my favorite time to be working in the field here. So I did get those first anemone and ranunculus into the ground, and hopefully over the next couple weeks I can keep plugging away with the other ones as they start rooting out. I also spent just a little bit of time digging through my lavender, trying to uncover it from all the leaves I dumped on top of it, and I'm happy to report that it all looks alive, and it smelled so good last night. So I'm excited to see how big it grows now that I've had it for this will be its second year in my field. But yeah, it just started raining again. We're supposed to get another 1 to 2 inches of rain today and tonight, and it's so wet out here. So the problem and the challenge for me to figure out next week is I want the chickens not to be roaming anymore, and I really want them working on the lisianthus, the future lisianthus rows, which are way out there. But the coop is so heavy and it's so muddy, and with the more rain we're going to get tonight, I can't get through that low-lying wet area with this coop. So I have to figure out how to get the chickens on those rows without their coop. Maybe just for the day, and then I bring them back here. But I really want the lisianthus rows scratched up so that I can plant the lisianthus hopefully in like a week or two. Some of them are getting very big. Like one tray looks amazing. I wish I had like 10 trays that look like that, but I'm very happy with the ones that I potted up. A few of them, they're just starting to get that sickness, like a root rot or wilting. So I don't know, I can't ever get a perfect lisianthus crop in my house, but overall, I'm not losing too many. I've noticed the odd fungus gnat in my basement, and that sometimes I think it comes from the fungus gnats, or it happens at this time of the year. I think my house just gets a bit more humid when the furnace doesn't run as much. There's definitely a change in the air as we enter into spring. So overall, the lisianthus look good, but they need to get into the ground, and I just want the chickens to look for the cutworm and to get the rows ready. So that will be next week. I'm going to try and solve that problem I have, and stop them from roaming over all my other beds as the plants come up. But yeah, another fun week. Again, just so nice to be back outside and just back in the rows. It's really my favorite place to be, out weeding or planting. I just love spring. So I hope you enjoyed your spring-like weather wherever you are, if you're in that season as well. And I hope to see you again next week. And thanks again for liking and subscribing and watching and just supporting my channel. I really appreciate it.